This is Prime Crime Network. Welcome to the Filthy Badge series,
Police officers take an oath to protect and serve,
where we go precinct to precinct finding the dirtiest cops.
Deli joined the force in 2015, but tonight he's in jail charged with rape.
Some officers across the country are misusing that authority.
And now, the accused.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, Eric, Jarell Wheeler was arrested here at work yesterday afternoon and then taken to be booked into jail just across the street. Court documents show that he left work early the day Houston police say he and 3 others planned to rob a pimp for cash.
Jarell Tavon Wheeler was arrested during his shift at the Harris County Jail. He's accused of robbing and killing an alleged pimp, Otis Keith Parker, in May. According to reports, a Harris County Detention Center officer has been relieved of his duties after his arrest at work on Thursday on capital murder charges. Wheeler is facing capital murder and aggravated assault charges with a deadly weapon for his role in the alleged setup. Authorities in Houston are seeking 3 others in connection to the murder: Jamal Ray Brown, Quintiana Taylor, and Mariah Green. All have warrants for their arrest. According to the records, the murder was a result from a setup to rob Parker of at least $1,500 in cash. It happened at the Villa Americana apartment complex on Selinsky in southeast Houston. The story goes, Parker was driving Taylor and another woman home from Baton Rouge with cash the women made from dancing. There was planning and a flurry of text messages about when they might arrive and how the plan would be carried out. The messages from Wheeler were sent while he was working at the jail. Wheeler texted one of the accomplices asking if he had a tool. He also texts, "'Cause I'm taking everything from everybody." Wheeler allegedly left the jail early to be at the apartment complex for the alleged ambush. Brown was the trigger man, and the 2 other women fled after the shooting. The Harris County Sheriff's Office said that it was fully aware of the arrest of Jarell Wheeler, who has been relieved of duty. He was hired as a detention officer on December 26, 2021. The Harris County Sheriff's Office said that they would be fully cooperating in the investigation.
Tonight, a Harris County detention officer is now in jail as an inmate charged with capital murder. Jarell Wheeler was arrested yesterday afternoon, and to the transport in jail, his cell there was a short one.
Jarell Wheeler was arrested here at work yesterday afternoon and then taken to be booked into jail just across the street. Court documents show that he left work early the day Houston police say he and 3 others planned to rob a pimp for cash.
We're going to do Wheeler. We're going to do Jarell Wheeler, not present.
Jarell Wheeler waived his right to an appearance in probable cause court last night, just a few hours separated from being on the other side of the law. The 21-year-old Harris County detention officer was arrested just before his shift at the Harris County Jail on Thursday for his role, Houston police say, in the capital murder of Otis Keith Parker in May.
The defendant and his 3 co-defendants ambushed the complainant.
According to court records, the murder was the result of a setup involving Wheeler, Jamal Brown, Quintiana Taylor, and Mariah Green to rob Parker of at least $1,500 in cash. It happened on Selinsky in southeast Houston. Parker was behind the wheel of the black Hyundai when he was shot to death after driving Taylor and another woman home from Baton Rouge with the cash the women made from dancing, records state. There was planning and a flurry of text messages, some from Wheeler while he was on the job at the jail. Records say he texted one of the accomplices asking, quote, if he got a tool, also texting, quote, because I'm taking everything from everybody. Records say he left his shift at the jail early to be at the apartment complex for the alleged ambush. Brown was the trigger man. The two women fled after the shooting. In response to the arrest, the Harris County Sheriff's Office told ABC 13 they are aware of the arrest of Jarell Tavon Wheeler, who has been relieved of duty. Wheeler was hired as a detention officer on December 6, 2021, and they are in full cooperation with the ongoing investigation.
The defendant and
all four suspects have been charged with capital murder and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Bond for Wheeler is a total of $350,000. The remaining three have warrants out for their arrests.
First tonight, a
Crime Network.
exclusive.
And in Williamson County, Texas, an off-duty San Antonio police officer was arrested. According to reports, he was accused of criminal mischief and criminal trespassing.
A now former San Antonio police officer is facing charges after he was arrested several counties away from the Alamo City.
Stephen Mobley was arrested last night in Williamson County and charged with criminal mischief and trespassing. He was off duty at the time of his arrest. Mobley was relieved from his position today.
First tonight, a
Crime Network.
exclusive.
19 new criminal cases against 53-year-old former Philadelphia police officer Patrick Heron. Now he faces a total of 21 cases and 233 counts against him. The cases involve the alleged sexual abuse and assault of young girls and women and threats made against witnesses and victims.
The amount of evidence, the way that Mr. Heron carried himself while he was a police officer and while he was off the clock is an alarming set of circumstances.
Honestly, some of the worst I've ever seen.
It was last September when District Attorney Larry Krasner announced Heron's arrest. Court documents revealed several alleged victims told a teacher at Austin Meehan Middle School about the abuse involving sex acts and photos. Prosecutors allege Heron also drafted fake court documents in an attempt to intimidate witnesses. An alleged victim came forward after seeing a social media post accusing Heron of misconduct. But since then, investigators say they've discovered more victims, some through video evidence, including a number they are still working to identify.
It was not lightly that we brought the charges with Jane Doe named as a complainant, but we felt comfortable with the amount of evidence that we had to do so. So I know for sure that there are people that we haven't identified who are victims of him.
Thank you for watching Crime Network, your source for urban and suburban and around the world news. Hit the subscribe, like, and the notification bell. And check us out on primecrimenetwork.com.